this is where the draftees are going to be able to show what they're made of. They're going to be able to show their worth to the potential teams that could be drafting them here. And we have 3 draftees with us today, and 1 veteran coming out of retirement. The legend, J. Albez, is going to be playing with the rookies today. So it should be some pretty good games. Carson, you're familiar with the roster, correct?
Yes, I am.
All right, I probably should have mentioned Carson's going to be casting with me today. Glad to be with him.
Glad to be with you too.
Absolutely. So could you go ahead and run through the rosters really quickly as we get the game set up?
Yes, we have Camarus. He's on Steam, 1150 MMR, and we have Nightwolf, 1100 MMR. He's on PlayStation. And then we have Zacko, or just Zacko, 1000 MMR, and that's on Steam. And then we have J. Shalabaz, which is 1200 MMR. And if I'm not mistaken, he is on Steam as well.
Yeah, you kind of mispronounced half the names, but good job. Thank you so much. No, I appreciate that. Hey, that's not a huge deal, man. They'll get used to it, right? All right, so with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into some games here. Looking forward to seeing what these players, because I haven't seen these guys play. Yet, so I'm just looking forward to being able to watch them for the first time.
Yes, me too.
Yeah, and we're gonna rotate teams, so there's gonna be 3 different team combinations. If it's anything like last season where you just dominated the rookies, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
What was it like? Obviously, you weren't a rookie, but what was it like playing in the combine? It must be different than playing in the RLSA week to week.
It's a whole lot more chillaxed, even though you still got a lot of backing, because most of the GMs are mostly scouting this combine, looking for players to pick up in the draft pick.
Mm-hmm.
But yet again, it's a whole lot more relaxed, in my opinion. You got nowhere really to hide or get scared of. So yeah, these people should be relaxed and show what they got.
Yeah, and that's one thing. One thing I noted, it was a couple of seasons back, one of the first combines we ever had. The thing that I noticed, there was one guy who said he was really nervous playing in the combine, and his performance was impacted by that. So that's definitely something that can happen and has happened before as we get into the lobby here. Hopefully the players followed. And they can just go in random teams if you want to tell them that. No specific order. Yeah, just tell them random teams.
I don't have chat. I got it. They should be joining in. There's Jay Shalabaz on blue team. Nightwolf on orange. Dang, massive rip.
All right, here we are. So it looks like the teams to start things off here. J.H. Albaz, Zacko playing together, along with Cameronius and Nightwolf. Should be a good one.
Beautiful, beautiful aerial by J.H. Shalabaz. Really executed that perfectly. Leading over to a bump from Zacko, which led up a beautiful pass from Cameronius.
And it looks like Jared's got an edge on the rookies here so far.
Looks like he does. He does have quite a bit of competitive playstyle when it comes to Charlotte. Nightwolf, the beautiful pass over Zacko. That will be 1-1. Beautiful save by J.H. Shalabaz. What a shot on net. almost a redirect in by Cameronius. Yeah. Nightwolf with a beautiful 50 over Zacho. They will be going onto the other side of the net. Let's see how they will perform on defense. GS Shalabaz peeks it away. Goes in the midfield. Tries to cut over Cameronius. My bad, Nightwolf. Zacho has ball in corner. Gets the 50 on Cameronius. Nightwolf with the double tap. Unfortunately, bounces it over to the side, right side for Zacho and GS Shalabaz.
Is it Night Wharf or is it Night Wolf?
I
don't
honestly,
actually know.
every time I've heard on a different server, it's
Oh, good shot there.
making it very awkward for GS Shalabaz.
It seems to be pretty evenly matched so far, so it looks like we have 3 pretty decent players coming in, these 3 players playing here, as they're able to keep up with JS Alabaz, Season 6 champion, coming out of retirement. And now Zach's got a chance here. He'll put it through with the nice Digiglobe goal explosion.
Yes, to explain more on the matches, MMRs are very, very, sorry, I'm very distracted by GS Shalabaz.
Oh yeah, that almost made it on the stream, bro. If it weren't for my overlay.
Yeah. Yeah. No, these MMRs are very evenly matched in a matter of 50s, 100 MMR. It's very, very close matches. We are looking for a very nice 3-game.
Yeah, Jerry Shalabaz, he's got the edge here, but not by a ton. And Night Wharf is going to tie things up here, 2-2.
Very clear too. One's inconsistency worse on those overtakes for beating the players to the other end of the field and try to counteract their offense. Very, very great play. Little bump by Zacho and JS Shalabaz, but Zacho does offense. Does get a pretty good, decent 50, but Night Wharf on there to go back on the path. Cameronius looks like he was a little tripped up there. Close pay by Zacho. Almost wonderful shot by the top right. Can he redeem himself with a pass to JS Shalabaz? What a pass by Zacho with clean setup for JS Shalabaz to put in net. JS Shalabaz is a stand-up comedian now.
Oh, he's always been a stand-up comedian. If you've been around long enough in the league, you definitely know. He's a trash talker. Not a serious trash talker, but a trash talker nonetheless, and he has been a comedian. Some would call him a clown, depending on who you ask.
Listen. Beautiful clear on Zacho's. Did lead to an offense, but was pushed back by Nightwolf. JS Shalabaz is there to counter that. Another clear by Cameron. Zacho again is there. Zacho on the left, JS Shalabaz, he puts it in. No, he puts it a little far left wide.
Yeah, and like you said before we started, a little bit more laid-back approach with the Combine. Players aren't under as much pressure to perform as the win and loss. It doesn't really matter. It's about individual performance at this point. And that's definitely the same for us casters here. We're just kind of observing the players as we're getting used to having them.
Yeah, to touch on the relax moment, like
Great
I definitely
touch.
feel
Cameronius with a really nice read off the wall. He reads the bounce off the backboard. Can be hard to do at times. Definitely something to keep note of.
And also a great pre-fill by Zacho. Obviously, those pre-jumps not very amazing.
Hey, your mic's kind of cutting out, just to let you know. You might want to get a little bit closer or speak up. I don't know. What a play! Yeah, that's a lot better. If you can talk like that, I'll have to lower your sound. But besides that, it's good. It's good. And look at that play, Cameronius to Night Wharf. I know they play together. That's probably something they've done before. Really nice stuff from both sides here. I've liked what we've seen. JS Alabaz looks like he never left. And these rookies look like they're ready to go to whoever they get drafted to. Cameronius with a good chance here. One-on-one. Trying to beat JS Alves. Doesn't get it through. Let's take a look at Nightwolf here on the wall. How does he play this? Really patient, good approach. Not the best of touches though. And barring a 0 hero, it's looking like we're gonna head to overtime here in the first match in the combine. Yeah, and JS Alves, he's gonna let that hit the ground, and we are gonna go to overtime.
It just goes to show how evenly matched these two teams are, and it is quite interesting to see how these people will match up on different teams. What chemistry will be like.
And it's very different. You go from looking at them as a number on a spreadsheet, literally, to actually seeing them play in the game. It definitely makes a big difference.
Most indeed.
Cameronius, no boost to his name, but he actually gets a good touch there, making an easy touch for his teammate Nightwolf, who's coming in. He grabs the corner boost. That's an open net, and it looks like Orange is going to take game 1 here.
Great play by Nightwolf too.
Ooh.
Nice demo. Clean. Notice that no one else was in net. Took the opportunity and scored and cleaned it up in the wonderful 43-second routine.
Yeah, a really quality game from these guys here. And I'm going to go ahead. I don't usually do this, but I'm going to let it roll to the stats screen so we can kind of take a look here. Nightwolf with 4 goals here. And if I recall correctly, he's one of the lower players, MMR-wise.
Most indeed. He has 1,100 MMR compared to 1,150 to 1,000. So
and yeah, one game where he pops off obviously doesn't dictate where a player's placed, but JS Alabaz, Nightwolf playing well. Zacho and Cameronius were kind of the support players that game. But I like how everybody played. Good aggression from Orange team, what I noticed. I feel like Blue team was a lot more defensive, and they did a pretty dang good job. Racking up 6 saves between the both of them. So, good stuff. Looking forward to next game. And I'm going to go ahead and let them know.
Now we will be switching up teams for this next one, so we do want to see how they will fare with different teammates.
Fail?
Different fair.
Man, I can't believe you want them to fail. No, I'm playing.
Nah.
It
So
looks like
Shaba and
go ahead.
Nightwolf on orange, and Zacho and Cameronius on blue. Let's see these two teams face off.
And this is a battle of the two ball chasers of last game, or aggressors, whatever term you want to use, versus the 2 defensive players. So it's going to be interesting to see how they play on their own here. Nightwolf starting things off quickly here. Can he get it by both? And he can. Really good, really nice car there actually as well, along with the really nice play.
Yes, TW Octane and TW Zombas and Interstellar. This meaner's tricked out to the B.
Yeah, and I've really been impressed with Nightwolf's play so far. He's kind of setting himself apart from the other candidates. Not to an extreme extent, but he's so far looked like the best player on the pitch so far tonight.
Even with 0 boost, he knows how to control the ball and control the situation with simply challenging at the right time. That's what I've been noticing with Nightwolf. He's challenging at the proper time and knows how to conserve his boost quite well.
Yeah, I feel like the blue team, they've done a fairly decent job so far at containing the aggressiveness from the orange team to an extent. They let in that 1 goal, obviously. It was a really nice play. But it's just going to be the question, can the blue team generate some offense here? Here's a good chance. Zacho off on the read there. Cameronius now left back alone. It looks like he's going to opt to cross the net. Very dangerous play, but gets it by. Both players. Can he cash it in? JS Alves gets back. Not a bad recovery for a tenured veteran, oldest player in the league. Age-wise, not season-wise. Oh my.
Wow.
And this is a really nice play here. It doesn't look like a lot, but there's a back challenge there from Zach. Cameronius, I think he was waiting for a touch from Zacho. It never came. He's in an awkward spot, and that's an easy goal.
Yes, Nightwolf is taking this combine by the throat and putting his all into it to show what he's really got. And we can clearly see that momentum.
Yeah, and Jash Alabez making a nice play himself. Yeah, coming into this, I feel like the general consensus #1 pick was going to be Cameronius, but Nightwolf has just been popping off tonight. And both of these, all three of these rookies have been playing well tonight, but the standout player just so far has been Nightwolf. And let's see, another one-on-one chance. Oh, and he gets him. Zacho overextends. He's going to actually over-rotate behind the play here. If he had stopped far post, this would have been a routine save.
Most indeed, and Nightwolf, I see what he's trying to do there. He failed the backflip, but still cashed in that goal. So we'll want to see some more defense from Cameronius and Zacho, and let's see if they can try this game.
Yeah, good challenge there from Zach. When you're playing against a really aggressive player, you've got to get aggressive yourself if you want to counter that. The best way to do it is by challenging early and getting to the ball, and Nightwolf is going to put in his 4th goal here.
Nightwolf and J.S. Shalbas is just dominating this game. Demos and just beating to the ball. They know how to challenge and know how to rotate. Just superior to, according to the other team.
And Zacho, what a save on the goal line. Can they recover the fake from Nightwolf? No, you can't do him like that.
Oh my goodness!
You can't do him like that.
That's unbearable. You can't do that. Oh, that's
Oh my
disgusting.
goodness.
Nightwolf, that will definitely go down in the history of combine plays. Very, very well done. The X crossover, they completely did not see it coming. Well done.
Oh man. Oof, yeah, of all the things to put on tape for everybody to see.
Most indeed, that is
if you're a blue team, oh, that's gotta hurt.
Most indeed.
Let's see here. The blue team, it would be great if we could see a little bit of a pushback, some resilience from them, maybe generate a couple goals here. I like the aggression from Zacho here. But Nightwolf, he's just been in full control this game on the offense and defensive side. They've just had no chance. This blue team here. And I believe, what's next game's combination? I think it's Nightwolf and Zach with Jared and Cameron. Yeah. And what a shot here!
Shot by Cameronis.
And we've been talking a lot about Nightwolf, but that's not to discredit Cameronius with a fantastic angle, top shelf Nightwolf not able.
J.S.
Yeah, J.S. Shalbaz. You guys ever been to South America before? Because we're about to take you to Brazil.
Oh,
I love it, I love it. But that's exactly what I was talking about. If we could see a little bit of a pushback from them, and that's exactly the start you're looking for. You don't want to go out 6-0. Definitely don't want to go out 7-1 here, so we'll see how this plays out. Oh, and a pop by one. Nightwolf barely gets the save. I think he was expecting Shalabaz to have a better touch there. Nice challenge there, Nightwolf. Super awkward. Zacho with a chance. He puts it high. Nightwolf can't get the touch, but there's no pressure from the blue team. Zacho dives in on the ball. Good chance here. And instead of leaving it for Cameronius, he hits the post.
No! They almost completely demolished the Brazil opportunity. Very unfortunate for Cameronius.
Yeah, and one thing I will say, Zacho has been going for a lot of balls that I probably would just leave for your teammate. That one right there, he had Cameronius coming in behind him, likely with a nice tank of boost. Now Cameronius is a one-on-one here with Nightwolf. He's gonna come out on top this time. Good job showing resilience. Here's a chance now for Zacho to maybe redeem himself. Can't make the read there. Cameronius rotating out. Jay Shalbaz going in for the demo. Gets the bump. Nightwolf
7-1.
walks it in.
Now, I do believe we're going to be seeing
Man.
something from J.S. Shalabaz.
Man, I think if he just stays silent, that's probably the most disrespectful thing he could have done.
Probably.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. Yes. See, I called it.
There it is. There it is. Of course. What a dominating performance here from Nightwolf, and I mean you can't discredit J.S. Shalabaz. He played well too, but aggression has been the key here, and a nice touch there at the end as well to send things off here. And when we take a look at this scoreboard here, 6 goals from Nightwolf, and the assist on J.S. Shalabaz's goal. Whew.
We would call that a carry.
He dropped a K on the blue team in the
wow.
combine. Oops.
Oh my goodness. As you can see, 1100 MMR clearly does not suit Nightwolf at all because he is absolutely dominating this season's combine.
And yeah, we're just going to let them know what the teams are for this next match here. Man, I'm just really impressed with Nightwolf right now.
We do most indeed have 2 other draft picks, AZW and 900, in for the platform of Xbox, and then Freeze Wave, which is 500 for PlayStation.
Yeah, and the depth in the league right now is as deep as it's ever been. Projected to be at between 26 and 28 players coming into season 10 here. That is the most during one season that we've ever had, and we're really looking forward to season 10. So now let's see, Zacho, the more defensive player. We've seen him back a little bit, but here he is scoring to open things up here. I did not expect that to go in. And I'll finish my thought and then I'll let Carson talk for a bit. But I was going to say, he's been, as much as he was on the offensive side of the ball, he's more the defensive guy we've seen so far in these first 2 games. So it's going to be interesting to see how he and Nightwolf play together, but he started things out. Oh, looks like Zacho might be AFK.
EC or AFK, we do not know yet. Zacho does have 56 ping. Oh, 864 ping.
Oh, that's a little bit rough.
Wow. No, 216.
Yeah, Cameronius, he's going to walk in a free goal here. Just some ping problems from Zacho. You hate to see it. Nightwolf nearly gets up to that.
You're very unlucky for the blue team.
Yeah, for sure.
J.S. Shalabaz really likes talking a lot during the matches.
He does, and sometimes it's to his downfall. Sometimes less, but sometimes to his downfall. Nightwolf with a good shot there. Cameronius has no problem handling that to the corner, and that's one thing right there. That's something you can't teach right there. You can't teach a player to know where to put the ball on a clear. That's just something you get from experience. You can tell Cameronius, he's a pretty smart player out there on the pitch.
Yes, and it also includes challenges. The most important thing really in 1 and 2s is really to know when to challenge. You know, you got your shadow defense, and then you're on a 1-on-2 scenario. You have to know when to challenge and when to not challenge. And clearly, we need to taught that every other day, learn when not to challenge. But it's a very common factor that goes into this gameplay.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I mean, when you're in those 1-on-1, 1-on-1, 2-on-1s, your opponent's dribbling on you. You're waiting. You're watching for the ball to drop so you can challenge. You're watching their car movement to see what angle they're gonna flick it at. You know, just everything. It's a lot of stuff that you can't teach. It comes from experience, and so you can tell it. He knows what he's doing. Nightwolf here, likely with a free goal here. An overextension from the orange team. That'll be a goal.
It's now 2-1, 3 minutes and 1 second. We're not even halfway through this last match, and this match has felt quite a bit of time already. It's quite weird. Open net, no longer for Nightwolf.
Well, let's see here. Oh, no, the challenge isn't there, but Cameronius comes up with the stop. Huge play there. Oh, Nightwolf gets it past JS Albaz. Now he's one-on-one. Here are those opportunities we were talking about. Oh, he messes up. But the backflip from Cameronius. You hate to see it. Feels backflip. Oh, and he had an easy save there. Routine save just to get to that, but the backflip. Unfortunate there.
It mostly hurts quite bad, but it happens to the best of us. So, most pro players has happened to them once in their life pro player. And it's the most unfortunate timing ever.
Yeah, and
quite
it's
sad.
and it's something to watch and keep note of. And this goes for everybody. You kind of got to watch to see if backflipping like that has a tendency. If there's certain mistakes, certain things that you see could be a problem if they're a tendency. That is definitely a red flag to people looking at all these players here today. Jeshalbaz with a good challenge there. Cameronius now. They're down 2 goals, the orange team are. Zacko with an early challenge. As you can see, I think Zacko has been playing a lot better with an aggressive player to fit with his play style. You see what I mean? He was able to get a challenge in the corner, knowing his teammate was there to support him. And vice versa. When Nightwolf moves out, he knows Zacko's behind him to cover the net, so...
And also, I've noticed quite a bit, too, with Nightwolf, is that he knows how to really well. And that comes to advantage quite well because he feel the ball off of them. Quite well. Close one.
And the orange team down 2 goals. If they can't make this up, Nightwolf is going to go 3-0 in the combine here. Yeah, and I've been really impressed with all of these players here today. I mean, JS Albaz, he hasn't played in an RLSA match since Season 8, I believe. Was his last season. And then you have the 3 rookies here today. I thought Zacko, he's a really nice defensive piece. The brother of Nick, who had a fantastic rookie season. Oh, but he gets faked by Cameronius. What a goal!
Wow, great play.
And this game's not over yet. I'm talking like it's over. Cameronius, he's not done. Fakes out Zacko and just doinks it past Nightwolf. Yeah, and like I was saying, Zacko, he plays really well defensively. But he looks like some guy who could develop into a really nice prospect. And oh my, is this a free goal for the orange team?
3-3. Orange has come back. Maybe this is not a 3-0 sweep for it. Maybe
not.
Has something to do with it.
Well, now they got a chance here. 3-3 with 33 seconds remaining here in this 3rd combine match. And let's see here. Oh, the fake from Cameronius. One-on-one now with Zacko. Here's a great test to see. And a fantastic challenge there. JS Albaz now with a chance. Another early challenge. Zacko gets a piece of it as it heads into the right side. Nightwolf should have no problem handling this. Flicks it by 1. Cameronius is backwards. Oh, he picks a bad time to move forward.
What a play.
Oh my, and Nightwolf.
Nightwolf yet again with another great play.
Oh, faking the living daylight out of Cameronius. And I feel like Cameronius has been more of that in-between guy. He can play defensive or he could play aggressive depending on what his team needs. So, a very flexible player. And then Nightwolf, an absolute aggressor, but when he's needed to step up on the goal line, he has. In my mind, he's going to be the #1 pick in the draft. He has just set himself apart from these other rookies here today.
Most indeed. I'm very, very surprised to see Nightwolf performing so well, considered to yet again be 2nd compared to Cameronius. I'm not saying that Cameronius played bad; he played quite well too. Just Nightwolf absolutely dominated this combine, and
Yeah.
Season 10's combine was very, very well.
And you can't understate. Look at this: 3 goals and 3 saves. He's doing both. He's dominating both sides of the pitch. He might not be the best player coming into the RLSA, right? But I feel like he's a guy who could develop into a real superstar in this league, and I'm really excited to see where he ends up going. If he's not drafted first overall, I'll be really surprised. It's just gonna be now the draft turns into the Nightworth lottery. Who's gonna win?
Most indeed. By the way, Nightworth did leave this match knowing that he has to restart his game.
And I think we'll do one more match here. We'll let the players pick teams.
Does anyone have a Nightworth as a friend? I do not believe so. Let's get to it.
Let me see here. I think I do, actually. Actually, I do not.
I sent a party invite, or should I say,
To Nightworth?
to Night. I don't know if he will accept it, but
And right now, JS Alabaz.
just JS
Hey, let's check. We gotta move over to this. Right now we have JS Alabaz alone in the lobby here. I'm excited to see what he's gonna be able to do.
man, I want to see some freestyles. Never mind.
Absolutely. Oh, and now the game gets even more interesting as now there are no players.
Should the casters 1v1?
I don't know about that one. This is for the rookies today.
DSL is oh my goodness! Now Zacho joins orange.
Oh. And
Maybe
this
these
is probably one of the more interesting games in the Combine I've seen in my career.
Most indeed. Ball is still at the start.
Yeah.
Middle.
And the clock is just winding right now.
I would be very impressed to see them 1v1, but I doubt that will happen.
I'm not sure what's going on here. I'm gonna go ahead and we're probably gonna restart the lobby, obviously, but we'll let them know that.
I'm also very pleased with all the other players too. It's been a very, very pleasant game so far, and maybe Nightworth will go for it.
Maybe. I think if you could pick the matchup here right now, what would it be?
I want to see Nightworth and Cameronius versus Zacho and Jay Chavez.
Knight and Cam? Okay.
I saw that first game, but a lot of talking was happening on Echo.
Yeah, he wanted to watch this in person, so.
Yeah. And nowhere near as much seriousness compared to the last two games. So I would really like to rewatch that one specifically, and want to watch Nightworth and Cameronius get that chemistry. Now they did have it first game, but they never got to play a second and third. Whereas JSL was absolutely, so he completely carried JSL Shalbaz in the second game, 1,000 to 200 points.
Where is this? Where is this man? Can you send up another invite?
No, I can't. Or his only ad. I do not have him on my friends list, but I can.
No problem. He said I'll be back in a second, so no need to worry. And by the way, if you're watching this and you're in the RLSA Discord, our great writer, STI Hawk 50, otherwise known as Micah, he just put out a great article on the Combine, interviewing a player and a general manager, getting some true insight and a look into what it's like to be a player of the league and a general manager. Very interesting.
Yes, Skyhawk has also done other articles. I cannot manage to find those. Yes, they're a little bit above.
Mm-hmm. And we do have Nightwolf in the building here, ladies and gentlemen.
We will be able to see a game for it with Nightwolf. Very well pleased with the 3 other games, so we will now find out. We will take a 4-0.
Let's see, JS Albaz, he's pretty much a leader. He's a leader on every team he's been on, so let's see if he can lead himself and Zach to a victory over some pretty good players here. Or we just don't have an orange team. Oh, was Zach not in the party?
Nightwolf quite confused, not knowing what to do.
Oh, JS Albaz, he's gonna take advantage.
He will take the ball. Nightwolf has left the game.
Oh, but the save!
What has happened?
And now Nightwolf isn't in here. We gotta get him in the building. Cameronius. And now suddenly,
Zacko.
the blue team goes from having the advantage, and now the orange team does.
Maybe third time will be a charm, like they say. But now it's a 1v2.
Hey, you know the best way to beat the best player on the pitch? Just get rid of him completely. He's gone.
True, that is true. Tell him to get out of here.
Oh, and there he is. He finally rejoins. My bad, he says. No goals have been scored. Let's just pretend it was a really back and forth start. Let's just go with that.
But to mention very well defending from Cameronis, he had to defend at least 3 shots on net. And what a beautiful redirect. Unfortunate to not go in by Nightwolf.
Oh, and he is able to get that boost. 1-on-1 now for Zacko. Barely missing there. Lucky for JS Alabaz. Cameron just backflipped into that. Nightwolf with the clear now. And a good back challenge from JS Alabaz. Barely misses there. And good job by Zacko to recognize the play and move up. Bad mistake there from Cameronius. Open net for Zacko. Not able to recover. Nightwolf nearly getting there. But Zacko, he's going to put this through.
Very unfortunate for Cameronis. He turned on it and then wasted his boost on the return back. He could not get there in time. Scored. Quite sad to see.
Yeah, your mic's cutting out again, Carson. What's going on? We gotta be able to hear your beautiful voice. We can't just hear snippets of it. That's not gonna work. Yeah. Oh, you cut out the whole time you said that.
How about that?
Nope. You're actually quieter than you were before. Nonetheless, we got a combine to talk about. Jay Alabaz, maybe a pinch? Nope. He's going to take it upfield. Nightwolf reads the play perfectly. Cameronius now with a good shot. Is that on target? Top corner. It is.
Beautiful shot by Cameron.
And Zacko, he is a little bit in an awkward spot. It kind of was behind him. He almost got up to it anyway. JS Alabaz not able to get to it either. Now Cameronius with a good clear there. Touch up the backboard. Oh, Nightwolf went for the read, and that's a miss. 2-on-1 chance here. Zacko hits it past the defender. He's got an open net, and he'll score. 2 goals for him in this 4th game.
Beautiful clear from Zacko. Got over Nightwolf. Was there on your side.
There's a chance for blue team to tie it up. It looks like it is not going to happen here. Josh Alabaz driving. He's out of boost, but he'll bump Nightwolf, sending him to another planet. He still is able to recover here. I love the red, or the original chakrams from Zacho. Very OG wheel. Forgot the original color of those were red. Josh Alabaz with a great challenge. And that looks like an identical bounce. May have been. Weak touch there. Nightwolf now with possession. A good early challenge. And like we were talking about, if you're playing against a super aggressive player, the best thing you can do is get to the ball as fast as you can. J.Ash Alabez now takes the shot. Bump onto Cameronius. Rebound opportunity. Can Zacho turn and get there in time? No, just a little too late. Chance now. J.Ash Alabez with a nice bounce dribble. Gets it by Nightwolf. Cameronius is there. Zacho with the follow-up. That's 3-1. Nightwolf may fall here. One minute and 5 seconds left here. And here we are. Nightwolf hits it by him. Cameronius had a chance there. Zacho looks like he had the read. Maybe one last chance here for Nightwolf. He runs out of boost. Trying to force it is Cameronius. And it looks like Zacho has a free goal here. Nightwolf is able to get back to that. 30 seconds now remain here. J.Ash Alabaz another quick early challenge. Zacho with the follow-up. Aggressive play. But it's paying off. Nightwolf now just clears it to J.Ash Alabaz. And you can see there's some veteran decision making here from J.Ash Alabaz. And the shot. Great save, however. And here's the last chance. Can they score with time left on the clock? The Nightwolf does not have the angle, and that will do it. The orange team take the fourth and final game. And overall, a really solid draft class that we get to see here. This is the top end of the draft class. There's other players here as well. And just looking at the stats here. Oh, go ahead, yeah.
I'll mention the last EZW and FreezeWave. EZW is 900 MMR and is on Xbox, the platform. FreezeWave is 500 MMR and is on PlayStation.
Yeah, so some options there. Obviously, you have some lower end, more developmental prospects, backup. But what we just saw was really kind of your starters. I believe that all four of those players in that lobby are starters this season. I believe that just gonna be about like where they fall, well, where the pieces end up falling, who they get drafted by, and honestly, if I had to go mock draft right now based on what I've seen, first overall it's got to be Nightwolf. He really was an outstanding player. Second overall, I would say Cameronius. He's a really good player. He seems like he can play on both sides of the pitch. He's a good two-way player from what I've seen. And then I think Zacho goes third as well. I know there's one other higher player that was not able to play in the combine here, but I think this is your top three picks right here. You have any disagreements with that?
No, I totally that was a beautiful ranking on my opinion. It's a toss-up really for Cameronius and Zacho for me, even though it's 150 MMR difference. Zacho really proved himself in this combine. I'm very impressed with how he did it. He did manage to win 2 games out of the 4. He's got a 50% win ratio in this combine, which is pretty good.
It's not 50%, but oh, you're talking about. Never mind.
Yeah, 2 out of 4. I totally think that's pretty good for the combine, considering that these teams, everyone else is way higher of MMR than him. So I am very pleased with Zacha's performance in the game.
Yeah, I think it could go a lot of directions, and maybe the general managers, they see something we don't, and maybe we get a little surprise at pick number 1, or a player might fall. You never know. You never know with these things. So it's gonna be very interesting to see how things turn out. We're about currently 5 days away from the draft. The date and time may end up changing, but we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, if you're in the Discord, you'll be notified as to when the draft date starts, and there's a lot of interesting storylines going into next season, so I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. All right, so with all that said, that's going to just about do it. We're going to go ahead and wrap up the Season 10 Combine stream. We're glad that everybody watching has made it through this far. We hope you enjoyed. We definitely enjoyed watching these new players come into the league and seeing what they're made of. So it's going to be interesting to see how things play out at the draft. So I guess that's going to just about do it. I've been Ashertoon. Carson's been Carson, and we'll catch you guys later.